I'm going to show you my everyday makeup routine, so let's get started. So my hair every day, I just usually leave it like this. This is just my natural air dried hair, so my hair's just like that. But to begin with, I prime my face with the Porefessional primer, Benefit primer. And I just apply this all over my face. I really like this primer. I've been using it for years as well, just because it's just really good, because I get really oily skin, especially in the T-zone area. So just tuck my hair behind my ears for now. So I use this because it just helps keep the shine away. Towards the end of the day, my face does start to get shiny with this primer, but it does the job for a good amount of time, so that's why I've continued using this. You will see in some of my other videos that I've used the Smashbox one. I can't really decide which one I prefer though, whether I prefer the Smashbox one or this one. They're both really good, to be honest. I think maybe the Smashbox one keeps me more matte for a longer period of time, but I still really love this primer. So I'm just applying this all over my face, but focusing on the T-zone area, so the most oily areas, and I'm just applying this with my fingers. That's just the easiest and quickest way to do this, because it's my everyday look. I try and make it as quick as possible as well, because obviously makeup can be so time consuming, which I love doing my makeup, but every day it just takes up so much of my day. So next, to apply my foundation, I'm going to use my beauty blender, but to show you what foundation I use every day. And you've seen this in basically all of my makeup tutorials. So it's the EX1 Invisiwear liquid foundation, and this is in the shade F300. So I have got a review on this foundation, and I'll leave the link to this the review below, so you guys can have a look. So this foundation is really good for Asian olive skin tones. So it's amazing basically, and the coverage is buildable. I wouldn't say it's got heavy coverage, because it's not. I mean, it's my everyday foundation, so I am thinking to buy another foundation for like special occasions and things like that, but at the moment this is my favourite, and I literally have so much foundation. So yeah, basically what I do is I just apply this all over my face with my fingers to begin with, and then I blend it all out with my beauty blender. So to do this, I make sure my beauty blender is damp, and then mind the dirtiness of it. It's just my foundation. So yeah, I make sure it's damp, and I just pat like this, so I don't swipe, because it doesn't give you a good finish. You're just supposed to pat it like this all over your face, and it just gives you such a nice flawless finish. If you do want a more heavy coverage, then you can apply more foundation, but because this is my everyday look, this is usually enough for, sorry about that, that was my mirror. This is usually enough for me. And also at the moment you might be thinking this foundation's a bit light for my face. I still have got a tan from my holiday, so I just apply this onto my neck as well, just to make sure that there's no harsh lines or anything like that, and that it blends in properly, because it is a bit light for my skin at the moment, but hopefully when I lose my tan it will be fine again. So once it's applied evenly, I then use the EX1 Invisiwear compact powder in the shade P200, and to apply this I use my Real Techniques buffing brush, and this is just a good brush to again give you an even flawless finish, and it just sets my foundation in place as well. So this is just a quick thing that I do. I don't really spend too much time Once I've applied the powder and everything's all set in place, I then move on to the concealer. So I am going to use the EX1 Delete Concealer Anti-Blemish Dark Circle Corrector, and this is in the shade D200. And the pot is a little hard to get into, so what I usually do, because I've got really long nails at the moment as well, what I usually do is I just get some on my nail like that, dig it out, I know it's a bit disgusting, but dig it out, and then I just apply it with the back of my nail and then just apply it along like that. So this is a very thick, creamy foundation, so it is really, really good for dark circles. So I just apply this under my eye, and I usually just rub this in with my fingers, like this. The best finger to use to apply this is your ring finger. So once I put this on with the back of my nail, just apply it with, just rub it in with your ring finger, and the same on the other side. Oops. In my other videos you will have seen me using different concealers, but this is the one I use for my everyday makeup, because it's just, I don't know, it's just, I guess I just prefer this one, it's just easier for me. So once I apply this under my eyes, I then go ahead and use the Maybelline Instant Anti-Age The Eraser Eye Perfect Cover and Concealer. So this is in the shade Nude, and that's what it looks like. I'm sure you guys have seen me using this in my other videos. I've got this applicator on top, which is really handy, so you just twist it like that. And then, so I'm going to go over the area that I've just concealed and just make it into a triangle like that, so basically the area that you want to highlight. Okay, like that. And then same on the other eye. And then once I've done that, under my eye area, I am then going to put it in the areas that I like to highlight. So by my nose, and my forehead. Just trying to get more product out. So nose, forehead. So I just usually do 3 lines like this in the area that you want to highlight. Cupid's bow, just to attract the light in there, so your top lip appears to be bigger, and then some on my chin as well, and maybe like the corners of my mouth. So they're the areas that I highlight. Once I've applied it with the applicator that comes with the concealer, I'm then going to use the beauty blender to just blend this all out. So again, just pat it or dab it. You don't want to rub, because that's not a really good way to blend. So if you just pat, pat, pat all over. So once I finish blending that out, the next step to my everyday look, and I think this is mainly the final step for my face. I don't really do much to my face every day, so the next and final step, actually it might be the second to last step, is I apply some bronzer just to give my face a bit more shape, if that makes sense. So I don't really apply a full contour or a blush or anything like that, because that's, for me personally, it's just too much for my everyday look. When I go out, it's a different story. I like having a dramatic eye and everything, strong, a lot of contour, etc. But every day I just apply a little bit of bronzer. So to do this, I use the Sleek Face Form Contouring and Blush Palette in medium, and it's basically got the contour, highlighter and bronzer. As you can see, I use the bronzer a lot and the highlighter because that's basically what I use every day. So I'm just going to use the Real Techniques contour brush to apply the bronzer to my cheekbone. So basically where I would normally apply the contour, I usually only apply it here on my cheeks and along the jawline a tiny bit, not too much. So I just dab some on my brush, tap the excess off, and then just apply that to where I would usually apply my contour. And you just want to make sure you blend that all out, because I don't want any harsh lines. I just feel this gives my face a little bit more structure, and then it gives it a bit more colour as well, rather than just having my foundation. And contouring does take a little bit of time as well, so if you're in a rush and you just want a quick makeup look, then I think this is a really good alternative to do. I'm just trying to make sure I haven't got too much product on the brush. And then I'm just going to apply a little bit along the jawline, not too much though. Okay. And then just make sure it's all blended properly. So that's basically my face done, I think. Yes. Actually, final step, what I usually do is I just apply some highlighter with the same brush, same palette, and I just apply this to my top of my cheekbone on both sides, and then just my nose and Cupid's bow. And that's basically my face done. And I just sweep it along my brow bone as well, just to give it a bit of highlight. Oh, and Cupid's bow. Okay, and that's my face done. So now moving on to the eyes. The first step is the liquid eyeliner for my eyelid. So this is my go-to look always. I always wear eyeliner because it just makes my eyes appear more awake, and because I'm not wearing eyelashes every day, fake eyelashes, this just, you know, makes my eyes appear a little bit bigger, and I don't know, I just always feel like I look really tired if I don't apply any eyeliner on the top. So that's one eye done. I'm just going to do the other one now. I'm so sorry that you guys can't see this properly. So to apply, I haven't even told you what I'm using. For this eyeliner, or for this look, I always use this liner. It's literally the best. It's the L'Oreal Paris Super Liner Black, is it Lacquer? And it's waterproof as well, but it's just really good. This is literally my favourite eyeliner. Okay, so once my eyeliner is done, the next step is the mascara. Actually, before the mascara, sorry, I apply white eyeliner to my waterline, just to make your eyes appear bigger. So rather than applying black to my waterline, I apply white, and I'm using the Rimmel London eyeliner pencil in pure white. And just going to apply that along my waterline. You don't need to apply a lot, just a little bit along the waterline. Okay. Once that is done, sorry my eyes feel really watery now. Once that is done, it's the mascara. So for mascara, this is literally my favourite mascara at the moment. It's the Benefit Roller Lash mascara. I used to be obsessed with the Benefit They're Real mascara, but this is my newfound favourite. Just because I just feel it's so much easier to apply. Like, I like these types of brushes, so it's just so much easier to apply than the They're Real mascara, but I don't know, I just prefer this one. So I'm just going to apply this to my lashes, my upper lashes and lower lashes. So I do quite a few coats of this. I usually apply at least 2 coats or 2 or 3 coats. Just because I like a lot of mascara. So I'm just going to apply this to both of my eyes. So once I apply my mascara to both of my eyes, top lashes and bottom lashes, the next step is my eyebrows. So to fill in my eyebrows, I actually use the Sleek Brow Kit in the dark shade. And this is what it's like on the inside. So it's just got the powder and the wax. And then it just comes with 2 brushes and tweezers in that little section there. I don't actually use them brushes because they're too small. So I use the the Real Techniques eyebrow brush. I don't know what it's called, slanted angled brush. The name's rubbed off, but it comes in the Real Techniques eye pack set thing. So all I use is the powder. I don't use the wax because it's too much for my eyebrows. And then what I do is put some product on the brush, tap the excess off, and begin filling my eyebrows in. So to fill in my eyebrows, I start from the middle section because I want more product to be applied to the middle and ends of my eyebrows, because if you get too much product at the front it looks too blocky, if you know what I mean. You want it to look as natural as possible but as filled in as possible as well. So just keep applying, and I like to have a little bit of an arch, and so I apply it so like this upwards, and then from here I go down like this. And you just want to apply in small brush strokes. You don't want to sort of go like that because it won't make it look as natural. If you use small brush strokes, it will make it look as natural as possible. So you want to make sure you've got the end. I like to extend mine slightly. If you don't, that's fine. You can just fill it up to where your eyebrow is up to, but I like to extend my eyebrow slightly from the end. And then you want to tap off the excess from the brush, and then we'll begin working on the front. So for the front of the brow, we are going to start by just at the bottom creating a line there, just a faint line. You don't want a really bold line there. So just a faint line all the way across. And then, so the bit that, because my eyebrows are really annoying because they're thick there, or thick-ish from here onwards, but the front is just very patchy. I don't get much hair growth there. So the bit where I do have hair, well, quite a bit of hair, I'm just going to fill in like I did the rest of my brow, like this. and then I'm going to slowly start working my way forwards, but we're not going to put any more product onto the brush. We're just using the product that's left on the brush and using the same small brush strokes just to create build up the product there basically. We don't want to put loads there because, like I said, it gives a really blocky look, so I'm just using small brush strokes to fill this in. For my everyday look, I don't usually apply any lighter shade or concealer or anything around my brows to neaten them up, because I just think adding powder to your brows just makes them look neater anyway, rather than my natural brows. I feel that anyway personally, because I feel that my natural brows just look so messy without any product in them. So I always like to apply, I always wear this powder like in my brows, if that makes sense. And we're doing the same thing to this bit, so just extending it on this side, making sure they're both even. My eyebrows are slightly different shapes as well, so I try and make them look as symmetrical as possible. It's not always as easy as that, but I try my best. So now tapping the excess powder off again and just starting to work on the front of my brow. Okay, so once I'm happy with the shape of my brows, the next and final step actually is my lips. So to begin with, I line my lips, and to do this I use the Collection Lip Definer Lasting Colour in the colour Cappuccino. The writing's rubbed off on this one, but it's such a good lip liner. Literally, I love this lip liner, and that's all I have left. And I'm so upset because I keep going into Superdrug and to Boots and I just can't find it. It's just out of stock everywhere. They have the tester in every shop, but they never have the actual thing. It's just so annoying. So what I usually do is just draw slightly, but not too much, outside my natural lip line. The reason why I draw slightly outside my lip line is because I want my lips to appear a little bit bigger than what they are. But you still want it to look as natural as possible. So if you do feel like you go out of the line too much, or it doesn't look even, then you can always go back with some concealer and just apply it with a small brush until you get the look that you want. Okay, so once I line my lips, I then use my Nude lipstick for the day. So this is usually the one I use on a day-to-day basis. I'm really upset because it's almost finished, so I'm definitely going to be buying some more of this. But this is the NYX Soft Matte Lip Cream. It's so amazing, literally my favourite. And this is in the colour Stockholm. This is so, so good. So I use this most days. So I'll just apply this all over my lips. So this is basically my everyday makeup look, and it's nice, quick and easy. Obviously because I've been talking, it hasn't been as quick as normal, but it's usually quite quick to do. It takes me about 15-20 minutes, and that's quite quick for me because normally if I'm doing a full face makeup look, then it takes me at least, I don't know, an hour, maybe more, if I'm doing eyeshadow as well. But this is basically it, and It's easy to follow if you guys want to create this look. If you do want to see me doing a proper or full eyebrow tutorial or eyeliner tutorial, then let me know in the comments below, and because I haven't done one of them yet, so let me know if you would be interested in me doing that. And I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Thank you for watching. Also, if you want to follow me on social media, I'll leave the links below to my Instagram, Facebook and Twitter accounts, so please check them out. And thank you so much for watching. Please don't forget to subscribe and give it a big thumbs up, and I'll see you guys next time.